Person 1. You know, Istanbul is an extraordinary city. It's the only one in the world that covers 2 continents. Person 2. Yes, I remember hearing it described as the city where the East meets the West. Person 1. Exactly. And it's more than just a city. It's like a storyteller, a guardian of countless cultures and traditions. Remember, it's been the capital of 3 empires, Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman, each leaving a significant mark in the architecture, cuisine, and the lifestyle of the people. Person 2. And the location is incredible, isn't it? We had breakfast in Europe and by lunch we were in Asia. Person. Yes, right across the Bosphorus Strait. I loved that about Istanbul. Remember the old city on its European side, with the Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque? Person 2. Absolutely, but the Asian side was equally charming with its bustling markets and tea gardens. Istanbul really has the best of both worlds. Person 1. I agree, the mix of the 2 continents in one city offered not just geographical novelty, but a cultural spectacle as well. The Grand Bazaar, the smell of Turkish tea, the sounds of the call to prayer, and the design of the Turkish carpets were also unique. Person 2. True, Istanbul ensures there's something for everyone. It shows that differences don't necessarily mean discord, but can create a fusion of rich cultures. Person 1. Exactly. From the captivating sunsets over the Bosphorus to its lively streets, from its ancient walls to its modern architecture, Istanbul blends the old with the new so well. Person 2. Yeah, it's a city split between Europe and Asia, offering a unique mix of cultures and histories. Istanbul was truly a holiday like no other. Did you see the layers of history woven within Istanbul's fabric? One traveler asked, his eyes shining with excitement. Every corner of this city seems to tell a story, every street echoes with whispers from the past, and each architectural wonder stands as a testament to its rich cultural heritage. What was that impressive structure at the heart of Istanbul? The other traveler asked, struggling to recall the name. That was the Hagia Sophia, the first traveler responded, his voice full of awe. It's monumental, isn't it? It's weathered the rise and fall of empires, the ebb and flow of epochs, and the constant transformation of the cityscape. This colossal edifice has stood tall for over 1.5 millenniums, silently narrating Istanbul's diverse historical narratives. Right, the Hagia Sophia, the second traveler murmured, nodding. I remember now. Wasn't it originally a cathedral, a grand symbol of the Byzantine Empire? Indeed, it was an embodiment of the Byzantine Empire's architectural prowess and aesthetic sensibilities, the first traveler confirmed. Its grand dome, intricate mosaics and ornate minarets are eloquent testaments to the architectural ingenuity of the Byzantine era. But then it was converted into a mosque when the Ottoman Empire rose, right? Second traveler asked, trying to piece together the bits of information he remembered. Exactly, the first traveler replied. The minarets rose higher, the mihrab was added, and the mosaics were plastered over, symbolizing the transformation from one religious realm to another. And now it's a museum, the second traveler added, a note of understanding in his voice. Yes, a living museum that encapsulates the city's transcontinental identity. It doesn't just display artifacts, but narrates a story of coexistence and tolerance, the first traveler agreed. So the Hagia Sophia is not just an architectural marvel, but also an emblem of Istanbul's layered history, the second traveler concluded, his eyes distant as he recalled the magnificent edifice. Absolutely, the first traveler agreed. It bears the imprints of the Byzantine and Ottoman empires, reflecting the dynamic history of the city. It's a potent symbol of Istanbul's past and present. An intriguing blend of East and West, a cultural fusion that speaks volumes about the city's unique character. Person 1. Do you remember our visit to Istanbul, just a stone's throw from the Hagia Sophia? We were absolutely mesmerized by the Sultan Ahmed Mosque, popularly known as the Blue Mosque. Person 2. Of course, who could forget those 6 towering minarets and the breathtaking cascade of cobalt blue tiles adorning its grand interior? When it was bathed in the golden glow of the evening, against the deep blue of the Istanbul night sky, it was a sight to behold. Person 1. And then there was the sprawling labyrinth of the Grand Bazaar, remember? Over 3,000 unique shops, each one brimming with a rainbow of colors, from exotic spices to hand-woven fabrics, And that freshly brewed Turkish coffee. Person 2. Yes, and the air was filled with the hum of 1,000 varied conversations in different languages, sellers hawking their wares, buyers haggling for the best prices, and the occasional laughter echoing through the grand halls. It was like stepping into the heart of commerce and culture. Person 1. It was one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world, every nook and cranny filled with treasures, from intricately designed carpets woven with tales of ancient times to sparkling jewelry that glimmered under the soft light. Each corner whispered a tale of Istanbul's vibrant trade history. Person 2. Indeed, each item in the bazaar held a story, a piece of the city's soul waiting to be discovered and retold. Amidst the hustle and bustle, you could almost hear the echoes of the past, the clink of ancient coins, the rustle of silk robes, and the murmur of age-old bargaining. It was a captivating reflection of Istanbul's rich trade history. Person 1. Have you ever been to the Prince's Islands? It's quite the peaceful retreat from the city centre, tucked away in the heart of the Marmara Sea, you know. Person 2. Oh, I have. I was immediately struck by how quiet it was when I stepped ashore. No cars, just the gentle sound of bicycle chains and the occasional horse hooves. Person 1. Exactly. It's as if time slows down there. The rhythm of the swaying trees, the lapping waves, and the unhurried trots of traditional horse-drawn carriages, locally phaetons, set the pace. Person 2. I couldn't agree more. And taking a ride on those phaetons, it's a magical experience, isn't it? You just immerse yourself in the untouched beauty around you, while the coachman's tales add a layer of richness to it. Person 1. That's not all. Do you remember those scenic bike rides? The quiet island roads, often covered by a canopy of sycamore and pine trees, were ideal for biking. Person 2. Yes, and the sound of the wind rustling through the leaves, it was like a symphony accompanying our journey. Not to forget those rustic Victorian-style houses adding to the island's old-world charm. Person 1. And those lush pine forests. What a refreshing contrast to the city's steel and concrete jungle. A sanctuary teeming with a diverse range of flora and fauna. It was like the island was alive. Person 2. You're right. The chirping of birds, the rustle of leaves underfoot. It was a tranquil backdrop that accentuated the peacefulness of the place. Person 1. The Prince's Islands are indeed a stark contrast to the city's usual hustle and bustle. Person 2. Absolutely. The serene ambience, the unhurried pace of life, and the captivating natural beauty. It was a perfect retreat from the relentless rhythm of the urban sphere. Person 1. Back in the heart of Istanbul, you'll find a true gem. The Topkapi Palace. You know, it's a tribute to the grandeur of the Ottoman Empire. Person 2. Oh really? You mean that magnificent place perched on the hill with the Golden Horn view? Person 1. Exactly. Its imposing walls have seen centuries of history. Visitors are drawn to it, promised an experience unlike any other. Person 2. That's more than just a structure, isn't it? Person 1. Absolutely. It's more like a time capsule, a testament to a bygone era. Its golden domes and delicate minarets tower over the city, casting long shadows, as if whispering tales of old sultans and luxurious courts. Person 2. And what about its courtyards? Person 1. Oh, they are spectacular. Each of the palace's 4 opulent courtyards tells stories from different chapters of the empire's history. The first courtyard is a tranquil paradise, its serenity contrasting with the bustling city outside. The second one is adorned with ornate fountains and fragrant blooms, which really speaks to the Sultan's love for nature and beauty. Person 2. And what lies within the palace? Person 1. Well, as you go deeper into the palace, you'll discover the impressive treasury. It's a cavern filled with dazzling gems, gold, and priceless artifacts, each telling a story of the empire's wealth and conquests. Person 2. Sounds stunning. And what about the views? Person 1. Oh, the palace offers some breathtaking views of the Bosphorus. From the high terraces you can watch as the city wakes up, with the sun casting a golden glow over it. It's a sight that leaves you in awe of the majesty and beauty of Istanbul. It's a must-visit spot for anyone traveling here. Person 1. You know, I've been thinking, Istanbul is one of those cities that just evades any sort of definition, don't you agree? Person 2. Absolutely, it's like a canvas where the past is beautifully interwoven with the present. It's this intriguing city, just brimming with life, and that location, where Europe kisses Asia, it's something else. Person 1. Yes, and its charm goes beyond just its unique geography. The cultural diversity here, it's as if it's deeply embedded in the city's soul, and it's been like that for centuries. Person 2. True. And the architectural wonders, oh my, the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque. Person 1. They are like the city's proud sentinels, aren't they? It felt like a time travel, walking through their ancient halls. There's this aura of history and reverence that's just so captivating. Person 2. And the Grand Bazaar, it's like a maze of vibrant stalls and narrow lanes, and is just so full of the city's spirit. The air there was rich with the smell of spices, the buzz of haggling, and the throbbing pulse of everyday life. Person 1. Right, but it's not all hustle and bustle. The Prince's Islands were a serene escape. Topkapi Palace was another highlight, a glowing emblem of Istanbul's prosperous past. Person 2. I believe that's what makes Istanbul so special. It has something for everyone, be it history buffs, culture vultures, or even adventure seekers. It's this amazing blend of traditions, a mix of times, and a tribute to the enduring appeal of diversity. Person 1. Well said. It truly is a city where two continents meet, a cultural melting pot. Istanbul is like a living, breathing history book. Every corner, every street, every building has a story to tell. The wonders just never seem to end in this city, do they?